My name is Catherine, and at 31 years old, I was supposed to marry Brandon in 3 months. We'd been together 4 years, engaged for 1, with good jobs, a nice apartment, what I thought was a solid foundation. I work in IT infrastructure. He's in marketing. We make similar money. I pull in about 78K. He makes around 72K. When we got engaged, Brandon suggested we open a joint account for wedding expenses and our future together. Made sense. We'd each deposit 70% of our paychecks, keep 30% for personal spending. Fair, right? Except it wasn't. See, Brandon had this interesting philosophy about money. Started small. He'd buy designer gadgets, expensive tech, little luxuries. Whenever I'd ask about budgeting for the wedding, he'd wave me off. That's what my personal money is for, he'd say. Cool. Made sense. Until I noticed our joint account was always lower than it should be. Wedding vendors were being paid, but the numbers weren't adding up. Then came the trips. January, guy's trip to Miami. Just a long weekend, babe. I need to decompress. March, spa retreat in wine country. It's Haley's birthday. I can't miss it. May, Cabo, my cousin's destination. Bachelor party. July, Nashville, annual guys trip. It's tradition. Each time he'd pay from our joint account. It's our money, he'd say. We're getting married. What's mine is yours. But when I booked a weekend getaway with my sisters, why aren't you using your personal account? That's what it's for. The double standard was obvious, but I let it slide. Pick your battles, right? Wedding stress makes people weird. Then came August. We were sitting on the couch reviewing wedding expenses. I mentioned we should probably cool on spending, save more for the honeymoon. Oh, about that, he said, not looking up from his phone. I'm thinking of going into Loom next week with the guys. Another trip, Brandon. That's 5 this year. He shrugged. Last hurrah before the wedding. Besides, there's plenty in the account. Our wedding account, our account. Period. We're a team. I pulled up our banking app. The joint account had $8,400. We needed at least $15,000 for remaining wedding expenses. Brandon, we can't afford another trip right now. He finally looked up. That's when he said it. The words that changed everything. Your money is ours, but mine is mine. I work hard. I deserve to enjoy it. I stared at him. What? You know what I mean. You make more than me, by $6K a year, and I have more expenses. Hair, nails, clothes for my job. It's different for women, so my money goes to our joint expenses. But your money is just for you. He rolled his eyes. Don't be dramatic. When we're married, it'll all be the same anyway. Will it, though? What's that supposed to mean? Nothing. Book your trip. He smiled, kissed my cheek. I knew you'd understand. Oh, and can you transfer another 1,000 to the joint? The resort requires a deposit. I nodded calmly. Sure. He booked it that night. All-inclusive resort. Beachfront suite. Total cost $3,200 for 5 days. From our joint account, I watched him pack 2 days later. New swim trunks with tags still on. New sandals, new gadgets, all from his personal account, no doubt. Have fun, I said, loading his suitcase into his car. I'll miss you too. Don't work too hard while I'm gone. He left Wednesday morning. By Wednesday afternoon, I was at the bank. Withdrawing from a joint account is perfectly legal. Both parties have full access. I took out $7,200, leaving the $1,200 he'd already spent on the deposit. Opened a new personal account at a different bank, deposited the money. Then I called our wedding vendors. Venue canceled. Got back 60% of our deposit. Caterer canceled. 50% back. Photographer canceled. Lost that deposit entirely. DJ canceled. Full refund, thankfully. Total recovered, $4,800. Added to my new account. Thursday morning, he texted from the resort. Made it. Paradise Desert Island. I replied, enjoy. Thursday afternoon, he tried to pay for a spa package. Card declined. Text started immediately. Babe, something's wrong with the account. My card isn't working. Can you check? I waited an hour. Let him sweat a little. Just checked. Shows $0. Must be a glitch. 0. How is that possible? Call the bank now. Can't. In meetings all day. Try your personal card. I don't have enough. I already pay for the room. Thought you had money for expenses. Not for this. Fix this now. Bank's probably closed there. Different time zone. Text evolved into voice messages. Panic, anger, demands. I didn't listen to them. Friday, he called the bank himself. They confirmed I'd made a large withdrawal, Legal, valid, nothing they could do. The real meltdown started then. Update 1. Brandon's vacation went from paradise to prison real quick. Since the room was prepaid, he wasn't kicked out. But an all-inclusive resort where you can't afford anything extra? That's rough. No spa, no excursions, no premium drinks, no shopping trips, just basic meals and well drinks included in his package. His friends didn't take it well either. See, when you're the one always suggesting expensive add-ons, and suddenly you can't participate, questions get asked. He called me 47 times on Friday. I answered on the 48th. What did you do? Withdrew my portion of our joint funds. Your portion? It's our money, right? And I took my half, actually less since you'd already spent some. You can't do this, I'm stranded. You're at an all-inclusive resort, hardly stranded. I can't do anything. My friends are going parasailing and I have to sit here like a peasant. Use your personal money. You know the money that's just yours. I don't have enough, you know that. Thought you had expenses. Hair, nails, clothes, this isn't funny. Neither is your money is ours, but mine is mine. He went quiet. You did this because of what I said? I did this because of what you believe. I'm flying home right now. With what money? He hung up. The social media posts were telling. Day 1. Beach selfies, cocktail pics, hashtag living my best life. Day 3. Nothing. Radio silence. His friends were still posting, but Brandon was notably absent from group shots. Saturday, I got a call from his mom. What's this about you stealing money? I withdrew funds from a joint account I contribute to while he's on vacation. That's financial abuse. Is it like when he spent $12,000 on 5 vacations this year from our joint account while keeping his personal money separate? Silence. She said it was 3 trips: Miami, wine country, Cabo, Nashville, and currently Tulum. I'll call you back. She didn't. Sunday morning, Brandon's best friend, Haley, texted, You're a real piece of work. He's been crying all weekend. Why? The resort has everything he needs. He can't do anything. We all went on excursions and he had to stay behind. He has money in his personal account. That's for his expenses, right? And vacations aren't expenses. You're being a dick. I'm being equal. My money is mine, just like his is his. Haley sent a voice message calling me various names. I didn't listen past the first few seconds. Brandon came home Tuesday morning. I had taken a day off, figured we needed to talk. He walked in like a hurricane, didn't even put his bags down. You humiliated me. You humiliated yourself. My friends think I'm broke, aren't you? You couldn't afford a single excursion because you stole our money. I relocated my money. Big difference. He threw a purse on the couch. Where's the money, Catherine? In my account. We need to put it back. We have wedding expenses. About that, I pulled out my phone, showed him the emails, canceled everything. Got back what I could. His face went white. You canceled our wedding? You canceled our wedding when you decided financial partnership only goes one way? Over one comment, one stupid comment. 5 vacations, Brandon. $12,000. While I paid for groceries, utilities, and dates from our money, That's not... You're twisting things, am I? Show me your bank statements. Show me one joint expense you paid from your personal account. He couldn't, because there weren't any. This is insane. We're getting married in 3 months. No, we're not. You can't just decide that. You decided that when you made me the only actual partner in this partnership. He started crying. Real tears, not manipulation tears. Please, I'll change. We can do counseling. What's your personal account balance? What? How much do you have saved? He looked away. Maybe $800. You make $72,000 a year. Keep 30% for yourself and have $800. I have expenses. No, you have a shopping addiction and champagne taste on a beer budget. That's why you needed my money to be ours. That's not, I love you. You love my wallet. How can you say that? I pulled out a folder. Yeah, I prepared, printed out our joint account statements, highlighted every vacation, every shopping trip, every emergency withdrawal. $31,000 in the past year. My contributions, $47,000. His, $16,000. Tell me again how you love me and not my money. He stared at the papers. You tracked this only after Tulum? Wanted to see if I was crazy? This is controlling, abusive. Financial abuse is spending someone else's money while hoarding your own. I just stopped enabling it. Final update. Brandon moved out, stayed with his parents while looking for his own place. The apartment lease was in my name, so that was simple. The aftermath was educational. First, he tried the guilt route, sent long texts about our memories, our plans, our forever. I didn't respond. Then came anger. How dare you abandon me? How dare you betray our love? How dare you ruin my reputation? That last one was interesting. Turns out he'd been telling people I was controlling, abusive, monitoring his spending. Failed to mention the 5 vacations or the double standard. But receipts don't lie. When mutual friends asked, I just showed them bank statements. The narrative changed real quick. His mom called again. Different tune this time. I didn't know he was spending like that. Now you do. She says I'm keeping the ring. He can have it back. It's in the joint account he helped empty. That's cruel. That's math. The ring was worth maybe $3,000. He'd spent 4 times that on vacations alone. Best part, he had to borrow money from his parents for a deposit on an apartment. Turns out, when you can't access someone else's funds, life gets expensive real quick. He posted on social media about starting fresh and knowing his worth. Comments were supportive until someone, not me, genuinely asked why he couldn't afford his own place if he knew his worth. Post deleted within an hour. Last week, he sent one final text. I hope you're happy. You destroyed us over money. I replied once. You destroyed us over greed. I just stopped funding it. He didn't respond. I'm doing okay. Therapy helped. I realized I'd been conditioned to see my success as communal property, while his was personal achievement. Common pattern, apparently. Started dating again last month. New man pays for every other date. Insisted on it. When I mentioned it, he said it was nice. He looked confused. Why wouldn't I? We both work. Novel concept, right? The joint account sits empty now. Sometimes I log in just to look at it. Zero balance. Perfectly balanced, as all things should be. Brandon, last I heard, was dating some finance woman. His Instagram is full of restaurant pics and weekend getaways again. Wonder if he told her his theory about money. Guess I'll find out.